Hej, god eftermiddag. Jeg hedder Brian, og jeg lærer dansk. Hi, good afternoon. My name is Brian, and I am learning Danish. And so, yeah, hi, good to see you again. It's been a minute. I would love to hear from you what you've been up to. Just checking in, let me know in the comments down below. As you can probably tell from the beginning of this video, what I've been up to is learning Danish. And as I've been doing that, I realized that there's a connection between that and having a healthy, fulfilling relationship. But don't worry, you don't have to learn Danish. So I want to share what I've learned and the connections that I've been making there so that you can find your own way to apply those principles to your life to make yourself a better partner and to make your relationship more fun and fulfilling. So that's what we're going to cover today. But first, hey there. If you don't already know me, my name is Brian G. Murphy. I'm an activist, educator, and certified relationship coach, and I'm here to help you build and sustain relationships that are fun and fulfilling. So when lockdown started, I was like, okay, I gotta do something to pass the time since my whole life has become upended. And I've been wanting to learn Danish for many, many years now. My mom's father was like fully ethnically Danish. Both of his parents were born and grew up in Denmark and then moved to the US. But he didn't learn any of the language. They didn't pass any of that down. We got like a few recipes, like some knickknacks from Denmark. And we grew up saying tak for ma after every dinner, which is like, thank you for the food. And that was it. And so as I've like become an adult and figuring out like my own identity and my own hobbies, I've like wanted to learn Danish, but I just never made the time for it. And so when lockdown started, it seemed like a perfect time to do that. And as I've been doing that, it reminded me of like a crucial component of every relationship. And that's me, or that's you. That relationships are made up of people. And so in order to like be in a relationship, you've got to be a person and your partner's got to be a person, and then you come together and you like make this relationship together. And so often in relationships, there's this sort of like merging that happens and we lose ourselves in our partners. And there's like something really exciting, it can even be like erotic, about like getting to know another person and closing that distance between the two of us. Like that's what a relationship is, right? To see someone else and to be seen fully and to build a life together. But what can happen is you can lose sense of yourself, or I can lose sense of myself. And I've seen this over and over again with friends and clients, where as they get like deeper and deeper into a relationship, they begin to lose parts of their identity and they become more of a unit. And that's really romanticized in our culture, but it ultimately leads to relationships that end up being unfulfilling. And so I think a key component of any successful relationship is to continue cultivating yourself and things about yourself and personality and your own interests. My partner, Peter, is really into running, and I run with him sometimes, and that's like a fun thing that we can do together, and I get to share in his interests, and he knows that I care about him and I support him, and I definitely go to most of his races to cheer him on. So it is something that we do together sometimes, but by and large, like running is his thing that he does on his own time, that he's self-motivated around. He has his own group of like running buddies that he runs with and follows on Strava, and like running is his thing, and he also, as a singer, he sings in a choir, like that's his thing. And I realized that like my thing is kind of work and YouTube, and I wanted to have some more hobbies of my own. And so as I've been learning Danish, it's been fun to like rediscover a sense of myself, and then it becomes this thing that I get to share with him. Sometimes I can tell him about what I'm learning. Sometimes I say things to him in Danish. I learned how to say, I like you a lot, and you are really cute in Danish. So I do that with him sometimes. And we continue to be interesting people that the other one wants to date and wants to be in a relationship with, right? It's not just like you find someone and then you lock them down, and then like you stop wooing each other, you stop courting each other, you stop falling in love with each other. And so whether that's learning a language or running or singing or something else altogether, I encourage you to have things that are just for you, that cultivate your own sense of identity, of self-worth, of interest, develop that. And that's gonna be good for you whether you're in a relationship or you're single, like knowing yourself and having things about yourself that you like and enjoy and being able to spend time alone by yourself is healthy no matter what your relationship status is. And also, if you are in a relationship now or in the future, it gives your partner something to fall in love with all over again. And so, yeah, that's my advice for you today. Find something, maybe it's something in your past that you've let slide, maybe it's something that you've always wanted to do, but you've never really given it the time of day, and cultivate something just for yourself. And it doesn't have to be something that you do with your partner. You don't have to involve your partner. Do it just for you. I would love to hear what that thing is for you. Let me know in the comments down below. If you're doing something publicly, drop links so that we can check it out. I would love to see it. Also, and completely unrelated, as you may be able to tell, I buzzed my hair. Lockdown happened and this happened, What do you think of it? My dad was bald growing up and I always was terrified of going bald, and so I grew really attached to my hair and I never wanted to cut it too short. And then, as my birthday was approaching, I said, what the heck, let me give it a try. And so I did it. And it's scary, but it's growing back in. So yeah, how is lockdown been for you? Remember to subscribe for new videos on all things gay, dating, sex, relationships, hooking up, yaps, all that jazz. Every Wednesday, every other Wednesday, sometimes not on Wednesdays. Listen, there's a pandemic. We're doing the best we can. I will see you soon. Bye for now.